Hey guys, it's Clark Sexton from Ruoffo Mortgage, and we're continuing in our education series. And you may ask the question, I had a bankruptcy, I had a foreclosure in the past, can I ever buy a home again? Well, the short answer is yes. And so what I want to do is go over 4 different loan programs and how much time you have to wait from the time of the bankruptcy or the foreclosure. So first things first, whenever it's a bankruptcy, we have to wait until after the discharge date. So it's not when the bankruptcy is actually filed, it's when it's actually discharged. That's the important date. The second thing is likewise with the foreclosure, when it goes completely through the process, there is a recorded date, that's what we have to use. So keep that in mind whenever you have these 2 situations arise. Second of all, is not something to be embarrassed about, okay? Things happen. I'm not here to judge. I frankly don't care about your past. Your past does not define who you are going to be in the future, right? Situations happen, and sometimes they, as a result, foreclosure or bankruptcy result. That's not a big deal. What I'm here to discuss is how can we get you in your home in the future? So let's talk about that. We're going to talk about the shortest amount of wait time first, and that is with a VA loan. Now clearly that's reserved for our military veterans, and once again, thank you for your service. For a bankruptcy and even a foreclosure at times, the wait time is 2 years, okay? There are some situations where it results in having to wait for 3 years on a foreclosure, but we can talk about that if that's your situation. The next one is a USDA loan, which is a great program that allows you to put no money down, but it's reserved for rural areas, and it actually depends on the address of the home. If you want to know about your house and whether it qualifies for USDA, let's talk about it, we can find that out. But the great thing about the USDA is that the wait time for a bankruptcy is 3 years. So that's nice, it's a shorter time, as well as a foreclosure. Likewise is 3 years. So that's not as long as some of the other programs. Now, a very common one that people use after a bankruptcy or foreclosure is the FHA loan. With an FHA loan, the amount of time you have to wait is 2 years, okay? And then on a foreclosure, it is 3 years. So as you can see here, based on the programs, there are a varying number of years that you have to wait. VA loan is reserved for military veterans. USDA loans, sometimes called rural development, is reserved for rural areas. FHA can lend anywhere, okay? So it is nice that you have a shorter amount of time on that one. And then the last one is a conventional loan. On a conventional loan, the wait time for a bankruptcy is 4 years. And then on a foreclosure, it's actually 7 years. So the wait time is actually an exceptionally long amount of time, and I'll tell you why. What happens on a foreclosure is that amount of money that you had on a mortgage is forgiven, right? You don't have to pay it back any longer. And so lenders are a little bit leery to say, hey, you defaulted on a mortgage in the past. You got to prove yourself in order for us to be able to lend money on a house again. So that's the rationale behind it. Doesn't mean you're a bad person, it just means you had some challenges in the past, okay? So those are some 4 main areas of programs that we want to focus on. And by the way, we're focusing mainly on a full foreclosure and a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. If you have a Chapter 13, there's a little bit different rules there, but I didn't want to get too broad and too confusing. So if you have questions about that, feel free to reach out. My contact information, as always, is right there below, guys. And as always, choose a great day.